Happy Monday. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. So today I really wanted to talk about EMF and fluorides. And I know a lot of you may be wondering, what is fluoride in our toothpaste has to do with EMF on our phones and laptops. But in fact, the way they actually affect our health, they affect our energy, is very similar. So I'm going to start with fluoride because I think a lot of people know what fluoride is, and it's something that is contained in most toothpaste. And what it actually does, amongst other things, but I'm going to focus on one thing specific, is that it affects our pineal gland. So the purpose of pineal gland, it regulates the melatonin. So it's something that regulates our sleep patterns. And if you find yourself unable to sleep, the chances are is that your pineal gland is just simply not functioning correctly. So fluoride is one of the things that really pollutes this our pineal gland. And apart from being responsible really for the melatonin production, the pineal gland is also the connection for the higher source. So to the ether, to the universe, to God, to consciousness, however you want to call it. So pineal gland is super important if you want to communicate with the higher realms and really to raise our consciousness, to raise our vibration, raise our energy and frequency. So if you're feeling depleted, stressed, you can't sleep, I would strongly recommend get a toothpaste, does not have fluorides, and also water. I know a lot of water has fluorides, and I actually have something to share with you at the end of the video, which will help you to purify that water so easy, so quickly, and so efficiently. So stay with me, roll with me on this. Now, when it comes to EMF, and EMF stands for electromagnetic fields. So electromagnetic fields, electromagnetic radiation, we are pretty much surrounded by it all the time. And EMF can be natural, so it comes from the sunlight, from the storms, from the, from whatever, from the atmosphere around us. And then it also can be man-made. And a man-made is the Wi-Fi, all of the signals, the 5G, the 4G, 3G, our phones, our laptops, everything. All of those devices, even the hair dryers, even the hoovers, which are massive hub for electromagnetic radiation. And that creates an enormous stress on our bodies, on a physical level, on energetic, on emotional, on spiritual, etc. And one of its side effects of EMF, that it also affects a pineal gland, which once again are responsible for the production of melatonin, which is responsible for your sleeping patterns and also for the connection to the higher realms, to your higher consciousness, your higher dimensions. It's responsible for your energy levels, for so many, many things, okay? And on top of that, on top of EMF really, I guess, polluting the pineal gland, it also affects your immune system. It can cause things like weight loss, weight gain, headaches, insomnia, and just so much more. So even, because most of us are working all day long on our laptops, on our phones, we're constantly holding these gadgets, and the closer you are to them, the more radiation you absorb. So once again, if you're not sleeping, if you're not functioning the way you should be functioning, if you don't have energy, you feel foggy, watch your fluoride intake, replace the toothpaste, and also, I would love to say don't use technology, but it's silly because you cannot. Look into getting EMF protection, and also just minimize the time, especially if you've got children, minimize the time they are on devices, especially when they hold the phones and they touch the laptops or the iPads, whatever it is. Keep them at the distance from them. And remember, the younger the child, the more of this EMF radiation they absorb. So now I promise that I'm going to share with you something that can help you to get the fluoride out of the water and just purify the water. And that's called a food freshness card. So you can actually use both. You can use a food freshness card and you can use an earthing card to purify the water. And we recently had a Bovis report done on assessment done on both these products. And Bovis basically what they do is they measure the energy. They measure the energy of objects, of things, of water, of anything, even of people. And it was interesting to see when the water, whether it was tap water or it came from the bottle, it wasn't really the purest water, even if it was the bottled water. And just by using the food freshness card, it amplified the purity of the water by 400%. So the energy of the water increased by 400% with the food freshness card. And with the earthing card, it increased the purity of water by 200%. Not the purity, but also the energy. And it's just so important now, especially more than ever, just to watch what you put into our bodies, because everybody's ready. A lot of people are talking about raising your energy, raising your vibration, vibrating at a higher frequency. But the thing is, we can't do that if our pineal glands are not clear. We can't do that if you're drinking tap water that's contaminated with radiation, with fluoride, with all the other stuff that goes in it. We can't be vibrating at a higher frequency when we spend all our time on the devices and that penetrate into our brains and the weaken our immune system and deplete us of energy. So taking just simple steps, like getting this food freshness card or EMF protection for your phone, for your laptop, minimizing the time you spend on the devices, connecting with the nature, grounding, just where you put your feet on the ground is just so important. So I hope this was useful. And of course, if you've got any questions regarding the EMF protection, the earthing card or the food freshness card, then do get in touch.